Hello viewers, welcome to the lecture series of SSC Quantitative Aptitude. This is your tutor Keshav Agarwal and this lecture on compound interest. So in this lecture, we are going to solve 18 practice questions on compound interest. So let's start with the first question. On what sum of money the interest for 1 year at 12% per annum compounded half yearly is rupees 1545. So the concept that is used here is amount formula if compounded half yearly is given by A equal to P into 1 plus R upon 200 to the power 2t. So we have already seen this formula during our theory classes. So let's now use this formula. So in this question, we are given that R equal to 12%, T is equal to 1%, 1 year, and compound interest is 1545. So therefore, we will have 1545 plus P equal to P times of 1 plus 6 upon 100 whole square. So it will be 1545 plus P equal to P times of 1 plus 3 upon 50 whole square. So when you simplify this, you will have 1545 equal to P times of 53 upon 50 whole square minus 1. So 1545 is equal to P times of 53 upon 50 plus 1 into 3 upon 50. So P will be equal to 12,500. So the option correct here is option D. Question number 2. If the compound interest at 10% per annum compounded half yearly for 1/2 year is rupees 2,522. So principal amount is. So let the principal be P. So the amount given is 2,522 and the rate of interest is 10% and time is given to us that is 3/2 years, that is 1.5 years. Since the interest is compounded half yearly, the actual rate of interest will be equal to 10 upon 2, that is 5%, and the number of terms will be equal to n equal to 3/2 into 2, that is 3. So the formula for compound interest is compound interest equal to P times of 1 plus R upon 100 to the power n minus P. So now substitute the values. You will have 2522 equal to P times of 1 plus 1.05 whole cube minus 1. So when you simplify this, you will have P equal to 16,000. The option correct here is option A. Question number 3. The amount received at 10% per annum compound interest after 3 years is rupees 10,640. What was the principal in rupees? So the solution, we have amount equal to 1 plus R upon 100 to the power n. And the amount is 10,648 equal to P times of 1 plus 10 upon 100 whole cube. So it will be 10,648 equal to 1.331 into principal. So principal amount will be equal to 10,648 upon 1.331, which is 8,000 rupees. The option correct here is option A. Question number 4. A sum of rupees X amounts to rupees 12,777 and 0.60 in 2 years at 15% per annum. When the interest is compounded 8 monthly, the value of X is. So in case compounded 8 monthly, the time will be T2 into 12 upon 8, that is 3, and the rate is equal to R into 8 upon 12, which is 10. So therefore, A is equal to principal into 1 plus R upon 100 to the power T. Now substitute the values, you will have amount equal to principal into 1 plus 10 upon 100 whole cube. So amount is given to be 12,777.60 equal to P times of 11 cube upon 10 cube. And when you simplify this, you will have principal equal to 9600. So the option correct here is option D. Question number 5. The difference between compound interest and a simple interest for 3 years is 992. If the rate of interest is 10%, find the principal. The difference is equal to compound interest minus simple interest equal to PR square into 300 plus R upon 100 cube. So this is the formula that we have already studied in our theory class. Now just substitute the values in the formula. So the difference is 992, which is given in the question, and principal into 10 square times of 300 plus 10 upon 100 cube, which is equal to 32,000 rupees. So the option correct here is option B. Now, question number 6. What is the compound interest on sum of rupees 8,100 for one of 4 years at 8% per annum? If the interest is compounded 5 monthly, so what is the compound interest on the sum? So the concept that is used here is, in case of compounded 5 monthly, R is equal to rate is equal to R into 5 upon 12 and time is equal to T into 12 upon 5. So these are the some changes that we are going to make in our rate and time, because the interest rate is compounded 5 monthly, each 5 months. The time is given to us, which is 5 upon 4, and convert into months, that is 12 into 12, which is equal to 15 months. And the rate is given to be 8% per annum. So if the interest is compounded 5 monthly, then our new time will be 15 upon 5, that is 3, and the rate will be 8 upon 12 into 5, which is 10 upon 3%. So as we know, amount is equal to principal into 1 plus R upon 100 to the power n. So this is the formula which we know, and the amount is equal to principal into 1 plus 10 upon 3 into 100 whole cube. So when you simplify this, amount is equals to 8,937.3. So the interest is equal to amount minus principal, which is 837.3 rupees. So the option correct here is option A. Question number 7. What is the compound interest on sum of rupees 4,096 at 15% per annum for 2.5 years if the interest is compounded 10 monthly? The concept, in case of compounded 10 monthly, the rate will be equal to R into 10 upon 12 and the time is going to be 12 upon 10 into T. So the solution now, so 2.5 years is equal to 2 upon 5 upon 2 years and convert into months, which is equal to 30 months. So interest is compounded 10 monthly. This is given in the question. So this brings us to effective rate of interest equal to 12 months is 15%, 1 month is 15 upon 12%, and 10 months is 12.5%. The effective rate of interest is equal to 12.5% compounded 10 monthly. So now, when calculated at compound interest, the amount is equal to principal into 1 plus R upon 100 whole n to the power n. So where P is principal, R is rate, and n is time, respectively. So A is equal to 4096 into 1 plus 12 upon 5 upon 100 whole cube. So A will be equal to 5,832 rupees. So the compound interest is equal to amount minus principal upon is equal to compound interest is 5,832 minus 4,096, which is 1,736. So the compound interest is 1,736 rupees. The option correct here is option D. Question number 8. A sum of rupees 18,000 is lent at 10% per annum compound interest, compounded annually. What is the difference between the compound interest for third year and the fourth year? So compound interest for the first year will be 10%, and the compound interest for the second year will be 10% into 1 upon 10 upon 100, which is 11%. The compound interest for the rate for third year will be 11% into 110 upon 100, which is 12.1%. And the compound interest rate for fourth year will be 12.1% into 110 upon 100, that is 13.31%. So the difference of rate of compound interest for fourth and third year is 13.31 minus 12.1%, which is equal to 1.21%. So the required difference is 18,000 into 1.21 upon 100, which is 217.80 rupees. So the option correct here is option A. Question number 9. A sum of rupees 15,000 is lent at 16% per annum compound interest. What is the difference between the compound interest for the second year and the third year? So firstly, we calculate the amount at the end of 1 year. So A1 is equal to principal into 1 plus R upon 100 to the power n. So A1 will be 15,000 into 1 plus 16 upon 100, and A1 is equal to 15,000 into 116 upon 100. So A1 will be 17,400. So for second year, principal will become amount at the end of first year. So A2 is equal to 17,400 into 1 plus 16 upon 100. So A2 is equal to 17,400 into 116 upon 100, which is 220,184. So the compound interest for the second year will be A2 minus A1. And the A2 is 20,184 and A1 is 17,400, which is 2,784. For the third year, principal will become amount at the end of second year. That means amount A3 is equal to 20184 times of 1 plus 16 upon 100. So when you simplify this, you will get 20,184 times of 116 upon 100, which is 23,413.44 rupees. So compound interest for third year will be A3 minus A2. That means 23,413.44 minus 20,184, which is equal to 3,229.44. And the required difference is 3,229.44 minus 2,784, which is 445.44. The option correct here is option A. Question number 10. The amount earned in 13 years on sum invested at compound interest at a rate of 14 of 27%, 2 upon 7% is 1024. What will the amount after 10 years? So the solution, let the sum be x. And we know that compound interest is equal to principal into 1 plus r upon 100 to the power n minus p. The rate is equal to 14 of 2 upon 7%, which is 100 upon 7. The amount at the end of 13th year will be 1024 equal to x into 1 plus 100 upon 7 times of 100 whole to the power 13. So 1024 equal to x into 8 upon 7 to the power 10 into 8 upon 7 to the power 3, which is equation number 1. So the amount at the end of 10th year will be x into 1 plus 1 upon 7 to the power 10 equal to x into 8 by 7 to the power 10. So the option correct here is, this equation is 2. To put the value of equation 1 in equation 2, so the required amount will be 1024 upon 8 by 7 whole cube, which is equal to 686 rupees. So the option correct here is option A. Question number 11. If the rate of interest for the first year, second year, and the third year be 8, 9, and 10% respectively, what will be the amount after 3 years of rupees 25,000 if the rate of interest compounded annually? So the principal for the first year is equal to 25,000 rupees, and the rate of interest for first year is 8%. The rate of interest for the second year is 9%, and the rate of interest for the third year is 10%. The total amount after 3 years will be, formula used here is amount equal to principal into 1 plus r upon 100 to the power n. So the amount after first year will be 25,000 into 1 plus, how much is the rate? 8%, that is 8 upon 100 to the power 1. So the amount after first year will be 27,000. For principal for second year will be 27,000 rupees now. And for the second year, rate of interest is 9%. So the amount after 2 year will be equal to 27,000 into 1 plus 9 upon 100 to the power 1. 9 is the rate of interest here. So the amount after 2 year will be 29,430. The principal for the third year will be 29,430. And the rate of interest for the third year is given to be 10%. And now the principal amount is this one. So the amount after 3 year will be 29430 into 1 plus 10 upon 100 to the power 1. So the amount after 3 years will be 32,373, which is option A. Question number 12. What sum of money at compound interest will amount to rupees 4,630.08 in 3 years? The rate of interest is 4% for the first year and 5% for the second year and 6% for the third year. Solution. Amount after 3 years is equal to 4,630.08. The rate of interest for 1, 2, and 3 year is 4%, 6%, 5%, and 6% respectively. So the amount is given by principal into 1 plus r upon 100 to the power n. So amount is equal to principal into 1 plus 4 upon 100 into 1 plus 5 upon 100 into 1 plus 6 upon 100. So amount is 4,630.08. So it is equal to principal into 26 upon 25 into 21 upon 20 into 106 upon 100. So then the principal will be equal to 4,630.08 into 25 into 20 into 100 upon 26 into 21 into 106, which is equal to 4,000. Therefore, the principal is 4,000 rupees. So the option correct here is option C. Now, question number 13. The compound interest on a certain sum at the end of 2 years is 408 rupees. The simple interest on the same sum for the same time is 400 rupees. The rate of interest per annum is. The solution. We know that for 2 years, compound interest minus simple interest is equal to PR square upon 100 square. And the compound interest is 408, simple interest is 400, which is equal to PR square upon 100 square. So it is 8 equal to PR square upon 100 square. That is one equation. And as we know that simple interest is equal to PRT upon 100. So now 400 is equal to PR into 2 upon 100, which gives PR upon 100 equal to 200. So this is equation number 2. Now dividing equation 1 by 2, you will have PR square upon 100 square into 100 upon PR equal to 8 upon 200. So this implies that R equal to 4%. So the option correct here is option C. Question number 14. What is the rate of interest in percent if the simple interest earned on a certain sum for the third year is rupees 2,000 and the compound interest earned in 2 years is 4,160 rupees. Let the principal be P and the rate be R. And we know that compound interest minus simple interest is equal to PR square upon 100 square. In simple interest, interest earned each year remains same. Therefore, simple interest of 2 years is equal to 2000 plus 2000 equal to 4000. So now from equation 1, 4160 minus 4000 equal to PR square upon 100 square. So that is 160 equal to PR square upon 100 square. So this is equation number 2. So PRT upon 100 equal to simple interest. So PR into 1 upon 100 equal to 2000, which is equation number 3. So after dividing equation number 2 by 3, we get PR square upon 100 square into 100 upon PR, which is equal to 169 upon 1000. So R is equal to 8. So the option correct here is option A. Question number 15. The compound interest and the simple interest for 2 years on a certain sum at a certain rate of interest are rupees 1230 and 1200 respectively. So find the principal. So the solution, let the principal be P and the rate be R. And we know that compound interest minus the simple interest is equal to PR square upon 100 square. So which is equal to 1230 minus 1200 and it is equal to 30. So this is equation number 1. And we know that simple interest is equal to PRT upon 100. So which will be equal to PR into T upon 100 equal to 1200. So PR will be equal to 60,000, which is equation number 2. So now dividing equation 1 by equation 2, you will have PR square upon 100 into 1 upon PR equal to 30 upon 60,000. So R upon 10,000 is equal to 30 upon 60,000. So R will be equal to 5. And now PR is 60,000. That means P is equal to 12,000. So the option correct here is option A. Question number 16. The simple interest on a certain sum at the end of 3 years at 5% per annum is rupees 1200. The compound interest on the same sum for the same period at the same rate is interest compounded yearly. So the R is equal to 5%, T is 3 years and simple interest is 1200. So as we know, simple interest is equal to PRT upon 100, that is 1200 equal to P into 5 into 3 upon 100. So P is equal to 8000. And again, as we know, amount is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 to the power N. So P is 8000, R is 5 and N is 3. So it will be equal to 8000 into 21 upon 20 into 21 upon 20 into 21 upon 20. So when you simplify this, you get amount is equal to 9,261. And the compound interest will be equal to 9,261 minus 8,000, which is 1,261 rupees. So the option correct here is option D. Question number 70. If the difference of compound interest and simple interest on some amount is rupees 36 and the sum of the compound interest and the simple interest is 160. Find the product of compound interest and simple interest. So compound interest minus simple interest is equal to 36. So compound interest plus simple interest is 160. So the formula used here will be a plus b whole square equal to a minus b whole square plus 4ab. So if you do it with this one, you will have compound interest plus simple interest equal whole square equal to compound minus simple ka whole square plus 4 into compound into simple. So it will be 160 whole square equal to 36 whole square plus 4 times of compound interest into simple interest. That means 4 times the compound interest into simple interest is equal to 24,304. So the product is equal to 6,076 rupees. The product of compound interest and simple interest is equal to 6,076 rupees. So the option correct here is option C. Question number 18. If the difference between compound interest for third year and the second year is rupees 420 on a certain sum of money at the rate of 16 of 2/3% of the 3-year, find the principal. So the solution, let the amount be P, then using amount formula we will calculate the amount at the end of first, second and third. So A1 is equal to P times of 1 plus 50 upon 3 into 100 and A1 equal to P times of 1 plus 1 upon 6. So A1 equal to 7P upon 6. So A2 is equal to P times of 7 upon 6 whole square. So A3 is equal to P into 7 upon 6 whole cube. So compound interest for the first year will be equal to A1 minus P, which is P upon 6. Compound interest for the second year will be A2 minus P, which is 49 upon 36P minus 7P upon 6 equal to 7P upon 36. So the compound interest for the third year will be A3 minus A2 equal to P into 343 upon 216 minus P into 49 upon 36, which is equal to 49 upon 216 times of P. So according to the question, 49 upon 216P minus 7 upon 36P is equal to 420. So when you simplify this, you will get P equal to 12,960. So the option correct here is option B. So thank you very much. That would be all for this lecture, and I'll see you in the next class with more questions on compound interest. Thank you.